Hey everybody, and welcome to the season finale of Community Rewind. I'm your host, Alex Mead, and this week is just like any other week. We have a ton of great stuff to get to, so let's go ahead and not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. And I believe last week I might have mentioned that some CU students were starting to make their way back onto campus, so we had to try to snatch a little bit of time from our Dean of Students, Rusty Watkins.
We have got signage up all across campus, building doors and stuff, stressing the importance of students practicing social distancing, wearing a mask, and also washing their hands frequently throughout the day. Also, each student on campus is receiving a student health kit, which is comprised of 2 CU masks, a thermometer, and hand sanitizer, and we're encouraging those students to use those on a regular basis. Also, in the classrooms, desks have been spaced out over 6 feet apart so students can social distance in the classroom. Once again, students are encouraged to wear masks all across campus. The dining hall has removed half of their seating, so the capacity now is down to 248, just to help students social distance in the dining hall while they're eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Also, 2 areas underneath my supervision, the Wellness Center and the Student Activity Center. As students enter each of those buildings, their temperature will be checked, and also we're limiting the number of students that can be in there at one time. Wellness Center, the small rooms, is 6 to 8 capacity at one time, and that'll be monitored very closely. Game room, we're recommending 12, no more than 12 students at a time and stuff. So we've got people in place and stuff that we're going to monitor social distancing very closely, temperature checks on a regular basis and things like that, just to help students feel comfortable that CU is doing their part to make this campus as safe as possible during this difficult time. The QR codes on the building, when a student enters the building, they are asked to scan that QR code, and that will tell us who went into the building and what time. This is very important to us, basically for contact tracing. If someone shows up positive that was in that building, say from 2 to 3 p.m., we can use that QR code if the student scanned to see who was in the building between 2 and 3, the same time as that student was. So that's the benefit of that. Each student, faculty, and staff member is asked to do a self-assessment each morning before they arrive on campus. If they have no symptoms and do that screening, and we trust the students, faculty, and staff to do it correctly, they will receive a green light on their cell phone. And if they get a green light, that will give them permission to go to class, to the dining hall, and things like that. If they do the self-assessment, find out they have a temperature, headache, stuff like that, they will not get the green light. Therefore, they will not be permitted to attend classes and so forth. As far as this fall, we still plan on holding activities and intramural sports. And our first concern through all of this is the safety and health of our student body and our faculty and staff. And Trent Creason, our Director of Student Activities, has done a tremendous job in outlining some activities for this fall. A lot of those will be virtual activities that can be accessed through the CU app or the CU website. Some of it is games that you can play or things like that. Trent has also contacted and worked very closely with each of our clubs and organizations on campus. We have over 50 clubs and organizations, which involves a lot of our student body, and they will be doing activities which will make it a smaller, more intimate group and stuff, activities where they can do it through their club and organization, and I think that's going to be very helpful. As far as intramurals this fall, may not be able to do your normal flag football and things like that, but some of the intramural sports this fall will be more individual, such as tennis, cornhole, disc golf, and things like that. So a lot of activities this fall. Instead of cramming everyone inside to participate or do something, a lot of activities this fall, weather permitting, will be done outdoors and outside. So hopefully we'll have a beautiful fall so that we can get a lot of activities. We still want to provide opportunities for students to interact and connect through this. A lot of activities, there will be temperature checks prior to the activity beginning. Once again, just trying to monitor the students' health and stuff and make sure we keep it as safe as possible. As many of y'all noticed across the country, a lot of schools, because of off-campus parties, have had to go from face-to-face classes to virtual within the first 2 or 3 weeks. So we are monitoring this very closely. And at Campbellsville University, any student or group of students that host a party or a large gathering on campus or off campus will be charged with reckless behavior. And basically our definition is any behavior that creates a danger to others or the university family, and violating our social distancing guidelines and creating an atmosphere where a virus can be transmitted is a danger to others. So reckless behavior, first offense, each student involved of hosting a group or a party will be charged a $200 fine. And as on main campus, everyone on main campus living in one village apartment is considered a family, or one hallway in a traditional dorm is considered a family. So this fall, anyone living off campus in a house, that group of students is considered a family, whether it's 3, 4, or 5 individuals. So each one living in that house will be charged for reckless behavior, a $200 fine. Some of the coaches, and at least most of the coaches, have agreed that if a student hosts a party off campus or whatever, they will be entitled to move on campus. So therefore eliminating that need for them to be off campus to host a party after that. If a group of students remains off campus and hosts a second party or a large gathering, they will automatically be suspended from Campbellsville University, therefore banned from campus, not allowed to participate in any activities, or if they're a part of a sports team, will not be able to participate on that sports team. So we're taking this very seriously. Like I say, our main concern is the health and well-being of our students. So campus security, as well as we have a great connection with our local Campbellsville Police Department. They're on board. Like I say, we're going to monitor this very closely during this fall semester. I think the thing I want to convey to the student population, please wear your mask when you're outside. Practice social distancing, at least 6 feet apart when you're around other people, and also wash your hands thoroughly and use hand sanitizer on a regular basis throughout the day. It's going to be a great semester. We need your help as the faculty, staff, and coaches do our part.
And welcome back to Community Rewind. And I think during this COVID-19 time, we have a new appreciation for our barbers and our hairdressers. And we were able to catch up with 2 CU Barbering alumnus, Luke Johnson and Caleb Hazelton.
I had originally planned on being a nurse. I had no idea or intentions of being a barber.
I don't really think anybody ever really plans to become a barber from everybody I've ever talked to. I think it just
kind of happens,
You
yeah.
just wake up one night and you're just like, man, I'm going to cut hair. Went to main campus, honestly, because it was the closest thing, and I'm so glad that I ended up going there.
Yeah, I'll never forget, like, the friends I made in barber school. Some of the most interesting times, to say the least.
Barbering is just like a brotherhood. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
it's such a niche thing, man. Like, it's not, the common public doesn't talk about barbering or like what barbers do.
what you learn in barber school is you learn as much about yourself and as much about other people as you do from teachers, and you learn a lot from students who are learning as well. Barber shops are just where, not just where, but it's where old men come to tell lies and talk politics and about what's going on in the world.
Well, they've just become so mundane over the years. You know, it's not what it used to be. You see these old videos or movies like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, these guys are going into barber shops and, you know, getting kicked back and, you know, they're getting all kinds of stuff done. They come out looking,
Getting your shoes
fresh.
Me and him want to make that the thing again. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you just want to come in here and hang out and just talk. You ain't just gotta come in here. It ain't just gotta be a business, you know.
Yeah, you ain't gotta get a haircut.
Let it be an
Just come
extended
by,
family.
hang out.
Yeah, just be an extended family. Like I want every client that comes in here. I don't care where you're from, whatever, you know. Let's just make it a brotherhood, or,
Yeah.
you know, family.
Well, back when this was Holt's Barbershop still,
Oh,
I remember Dad would bring me here whenever I was a kid to get my hair cut.
be chairs lined up right here.
Yeah, I mean, it was full constantly. And there wasn't, you would never walk in and see anybody you didn't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody was talking.
everybody was talking. You'd walk in and be like, hey, you know, everybody knew each other.
Yeah.
And everybody caught up. And that's partly what I'm trying to bring back in here. Because, I mean, this was Holt's Barbershop.
Yeah. They were the barbers. I mean, you've had barbers come in and out of Liberty, nothing against them, but every one of them themselves will tell you it just wasn't Holt's.
Yeah.
Holt's was the people.
There are countless number of people who came to Holt's Barbershop here. You know, growing up myself, brought all my 3 sons here to get haircuts for years and years. And to see Luke and Caleb back in here, these young guys trying to inject some life back into our downtown setting, you know, it's just a phenomenal thing to see young men who want to come home to their hometown and try to restore it back to what it was when they grew up.
99% of the time, whenever I'm cutting somebody's hair, they're like, oh, you do straight razors?
Older gentlemen that come in here and they see that I do shaves, and they're like, man, I haven't even seen that as an option since I was like 20 or 30 years old, you know, and they're 60, 70.
Oh, I ain't seen them since my pappy used to sit back.
Yeah, like they remember their grandpas getting, they never could.
I think the reason that the old stuff is in is because, like our moms and dads, they were in 80s, 70s, whatever, and they seen the end of the old stuff, and they never really got to see the full extent of it. And we got social media and everything, and we seen everything back then. Like this was in the 50s. So we never got to experience that. People want to experience things that they don't get to.
Yeah.
And that's why this stuff is cool. I'm Caleb Heselton.
I'm Luke Johnson, and we're at Black Honey Barbershop in downtown Liberty.
And to wrap up this week's edition of Community Rewind, we take a look at the athletic side of the university with our director of the Big Maroon Club, Jason England.
My name is Jason England. I'm the director of the Big Maroon Club here at Campbellsville University. The Big Maroon Club is the fundraising arm for athletics. We get the opportunity to connect with parents, coaches, and businesses, and just integral people together to support the athletics here at Campbell. So fundraising with businesses has been interesting. As you know, many of the businesses have taken a hit with COVID-19. Some of the businesses have seen rapid growth. Others have seen a big decline. The interesting part about when I go out to talk to businesses is all of them are still wanting to invest in Campbellsville University. They still see the mission for Campbellsville University. They still see the impact that happens with athletes and our student body. They still want to be connected to our campus. So all of our corporates have pretty much re-upped for next year. They said, we know that athletics may look different. It may be a big change, but we are invested. We support the mission. We support what you're doing. We see what you're doing, and they want to be a part of that. So fundraising has kind of taken a different toll. It's kind of taken a different turn, so to speak. Where I thought it was going to be very, very difficult to go and talk to businesses that may be losing revenue over the last few months. They've actually been very excited about continuing a partnership with us. The individuals, we are actually getting ready to get into that part of the fundraising plan. For the last couple of months, I've focused on businesses and getting them reconnected, and kind of making sure we tailor the packages to those individuals or those businesses. The individual aspect is actually going to come up. We are getting ready to present a fall athletic telethon, and that is going to be able to go out and to talk to current donors and future donors and just kind of explain what's going on. Everything will be tailored to the individual sport, so you can actually make a donation straight to whatever program of your choice. As you know, we have 30 different athletic teams here at Campbell University, and each one of those, while the competitions have been moved to the spring for the most part, each one of them still have financial responsibilities, years, practice, schedules, different things that need financial support for that. So I think that we're going to be able to see some reconnecting with those individuals from a fundraising standpoint. I think it's going to be one of those things that we may not have the dollar amount that we get from most individuals, but we're actually going to spread that out over more individuals. So our goal is to kind of get more donors in, and we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to connecting people. We're looking forward to connecting our student athletes with individuals both here in Campbellsville and throughout the world. There are a lot of people that are waiting to see kind of what it's going to look like and how things are going to happen. While we have commitments that we're going to continue being a donor, we're going to continue being a supporter, some of the things are being tailored to where we don't have as much up front and kind of goes through the spring with a big financial commitment. There's a lot of pledges that are coming out, and we're thankful for that. We are very optimistic about partnering with people and making sure that we make those connections so that their business survives and thrives as well as ours. So I think the big part of it is going to be making sure the students get here, making sure they stay healthy, they stay active, and they stay a part of it. And then their experience here is going to make a huge difference in our fundraising opportunity as we go forward. We have many different opportunities to give. I mentioned the fall telefund with our student athletes. That's getting ready to come up. It's going to start in October the 12th through the 25th, October the 12th through the 16th. We are very excited about that. We're athletes have been calling on many of the people that donate. And if you would like to receive a phone call from an athlete, please let me know. You can always give me a phone call. My office phone number is 270-789-5290. You can email me, jsengland@campbellsville.edu. You can go online to our website and click on the Big Maroon Club tab and find a connection point there. We also have a online auction. Typically, the Big Maroon Club has a dinner auction the first Thursday of August every year. With COVID-19 happening, we have pushed that back. It is all going to be online. We are getting ready to release some details on that. That's going to take place from October the 12th through the 25th. If you would like to donate an item for that, please contact me and let me know. If you would like to make a donation, you can do that for a specific team, or you can do that to purchase an item, and all of that will be online. You can find links to that on our Campbellsville Tigers website as well. And then if you would like to have a naming opportunity, we have several available. We have a new athletic field house, many naming opportunities with that. We have new stadium boxes being built. We have a new athletic plaza. We have anything naming-wise from $150 all the way up to naming a building at multi-million dollars. And we would love to sit down and talk to you about kind of a legacy that you want with that and where you want that money to go. If you want to make a straight donation to a program and invest in that program, you are welcome to do that as well. As we know, sometimes you have an affinity for a certain program or a certain sport, a certain athlete, maybe as a family member or somebody near and dear to you, a church member, their business relationship, whatever. We can make that happen. We can make sure that your dollars go straight to that. We have a way to tailor just about any type of fundraiser or fundraising opportunity, money that you want to make. We can tailor that to you. We would love to learn more about why you want to donate and have the back end of that as well, because it's not just about the money, it's about the connection that you're making. It's about the impact that you're making on our student athletes' lives. It's about the impact that Campbellsville University has in this community and then beyond as well. So this has been an interesting year. We typically take family vacation and we go to the beach somewhere. We love the beach. We weren't able to do that this year. We kind of postponed it. So a couple of weeks ago, we had our vacation planned. It got canceled for going to the beach. We did a staycation, took the kids out fishing into the lake. We have played a lot of rounds of golf, and both of my daughters are now interested in playing golf. One has really improved with golf. My youngest one has, and she has set goals and become determined, and we've been able to go out and work on that almost on a daily basis, just with the scope of work and how things are, and being able to connect with donors at the golf course as well. But my oldest daughter is learning to do that. She's still involved in sports and activities, but they've really picked up the game of golf. And I can't say that it's helped my game any, but it sure has helped their game. To kind of reiterate what several other people have said, you know, with the pandemic going on and everything that's happening, everybody's world has been shaken. Everybody's world has gone upside down, basically. The good thing about this is I think there's a lot of people that are taking a step back, slowing down a little bit, and really investing in relationships. And that's what we want to do with all of our donors specifically, is to invest in those relationships and to make sure that we connect with each and every person that comes through. Townsville has a special place in my heart and my family's heart. Both myself and my wife are alumni here, and we really enjoy being able to work together at Campbell University and to further the mission.
And like I mentioned at the start of the show, this is the season finale of Community Rewind, and it's been pretty fun to see some of the blessings sprinkled in to all this craziness that we've been experiencing over the last 8 months or so, and getting to take people from their homes and to put them into your homes. It's been pretty cool to see. And you all know what I'm about to say next. If you missed anything at all in this week's episode or in previous episodes, you can always head on over to WLCUTV.com, and then scroll down till you see the Community Rewind icon. Click right there, and that'll take you over to the WLCU YouTube channel. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe, and you can catch up on all the WLCU TV programming right there, free of charge, anytime you want to. It's up to date pretty much every single week. New episodes of different shows are added right there. So if you want to stay up to date and you're not able to watch WLCU on TV, right there is a great place to do it. All right, guys, I've been your host, Alex Mead, and I guess I will see you around campus or see you next time for more Community Rewind.